Hey Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome to today's readings. We are asking for immediate guidance from Spirit, a message for you. And we're checking in with your Spirit team as well to ask if there is any information that you really need to know about for the coming week, for the next 7 days. So really immediate guidance and the heads up for the coming week. Now, this is our first card. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Welcome back to those of you who are already following my channel, and, welcome to anyone new. Actually, we're more than a channel, I feel. I feel like we're a community here, so welcome, everybody. Now, I'm seeing this as your second card. I'm actually seeing this as the third. So, there we are. Okay. Let's have a look at your cards. In a moment, I will draw a rune and a charm as well. So, pile 1, you have nearing completion. This is the card 64, and it is fire above, water below. So, this is your card for pile 1. Pile 2, we have retreat. This is card 33, and it's sky above, mountain below. Okay, can you see that? And then for pile 3, we have card number 31. This is mutual attraction, lake above, mountain below. Okay, and that is pile 3. Okay, so runes and charms. Okay, so pile 1, your charm is absolutely sticking to me. You have a dragonfly, and what a beautiful charm that is. And your rune is the rune of Berkana. This is the rune of growth. Wow, that is stunning. Okay, so nearing completion with the dragonfly and the rune of Berkana. Pile 2, we have, there are 2 runes coming for you, actually. So we have the little arrow going through the heart, love. Your runes, you have Kano, the rune of openings, and then you also have Fehu. This is the rune of possessions, nourishment. Okay, so 2 runes for pile 2, and love. Okay, let me put that way up for you. And then we have, so this is absolutely fascinating. I've got 3 runes absolutely sticking to me for pile 3. How interesting. So pile 3, you have a lizard. You have the charm of a lizard. Then your runes, you have the rune of fertility. You have the rune of initiation, and you also have the rune of constraint. This is Nathis, Ingas, and this rune is Perth. This is the initiation rune. How interesting. Okay, fascinating that we got 3 coming out for pile 3. So 1, 2, and 3. That just felt completely right. Okay. Now, beautiful souls, the timestamps are in the description box. You can connect straight in with the readings. If you need a bit more time, that's absolutely fine. I'm going to leave the video running just for a few moments longer, just to give you that little bit extra if you want. And I will put all the timestamps and of course all the cards I'm using as well. I'll put everything into a pinned comment as well for phone users to access more easily, and of course in the description box with all sorts of other links to things that may be helpful and exciting for you. Beautiful souls, I'll see you in the readings in just a minute. Hey, pile one, welcome to your reading. You have nearing completion. And the dragonfly. This is a beautiful dragonfly. And the rune of Berkana. Berkana is a new phase of life, a new phase of growth. This is the rune of growth. It's interesting, it's associated with birch trees. And we have beautiful, tall, slender trees here. This is very interesting, this card. I always feel it kind of, I liken the energy of it a little bit to the card of the world in the major arcana. It's like, even though something is coming to a completion, there will of course be a new beginning as well at the same time, a new phase of growth, a new period of opportunity. It's like a turning point. Let's draw more cards for you. What is the message that Spirit wishes to give you today? Oh, okay, cards leaping out. May we have a message for pile one. There's your first oracle card. Okay, and we will of course see if we can get the heads up for the coming week for you as well, and that is your second oracle card. And we have more information, or information for this one initial message for my beautiful pile ones. Okay, I'm also going to draw another rune, but a card. There we are. Let's look at this first. Okay, you have Perth initiation. We have a two-headed snake here. Okay. What I'm seeing here already is that whatever is coming to a completion is actually a period of transition. It feels really clear to me that there's been a process or something you've been going through, the process of something, the processing of something, a prolonged, I say prolonged period, but a period where you've been in like an in-betweeny space where things maybe haven't quite moved forwards yet, but they have been moving forwards actually. It just feels like a period of almost either waiting. Processing is the best way I can think of it. A period of processing something is coming to an end, and it's creating a space of new beginnings. We have Wild Red Rider, blessing bestowed. I love this card. Love this card. We then have Horse. You're going to step into your power. You're about to be empowered. It's almost like what's really coming here is locomotion. That's the word that's coming. I'm remembering a song. I keep remembering songs and sayings. They seem to be coming through in the readings at the moment quite a lot. But it's like the I can't remember. It was something like do the locomotion. But I feel like you're about to get going. You know, like a steam train. I don't know if you've ever watched a steam train pull out of a station. It's not like a car where you can put your foot on the accelerator and it just roars ahead. It's got to sort of like build momentum. You watch the wheels kind of moving in the same rhythm as the kind of the steam that's puffing away, and all of a sudden it gets traction. I think you're coming to that point of traction. Something coming through, gaining momentum, gaining its locomotion, getting its rhythm. Same as this this river, this stream flowing here under the bridge. If that was, I can't see where that has come from. We can see hills and we can see a bridge, and yet we can't see the other side of the bridge. It's as if you've been in a tunnel, and suddenly, it may even be like tunnel vision, but something has confined your perspective or confined your view. But now you're coming out of the tunnel. I think you're going to gain traction. You're going to gain that locomotion, that rhythm, that energy. This is your message. Whatever you've been not tunnel visioned with, maybe some of you've really been holding your focus, really holding your focus and waiting for it to happen. Well, I think this is the point where it bursts forth. So we have completion and confusion. These are very interesting cards, my beautiful pile one. Okay, this is almost as though you sort of you gain the completion. Something comes to its point, its turning point. You get to the end of the tunnel. I almost feel like you come out and you're not actually sure what you're going to see next with this card of confusion. How interesting. You know, pile one, this is so interesting because when I was talking about the card, this card reminding me of the world, this point of completion but new beginnings, I also found myself really tuning in with the rune of gateway, because gateway is a turning point where we can reflect on where we've come from. This tunnel vision, for some of you that may have been feeling like a bit of a place of darkness, or a little bit of a place where you were feeling like you couldn't quite move forwards, or you've stayed on track but barely. This is definitely the point where you move forward. Something has reached it's done its time, and you may feel a little bit, I sort of feel like there's almost like a little bit of shell shock. You know, when you sometimes think, will something never end? Or you come out at the other end of the tunnel and you've arrived at that point of new beginnings. It's like landing on I don't know, if you were emigrating and landing on a foreign soil and you think, right, what do I do now? I've been wanting to do this and here I am. Now what do I do? I just feel like there is this sort of moment of, oh wow, here I am, now what do I do? And I feel this is literally about to be upon you, almost as if something comes to an end and suddenly there's massive openings for you, and it almost feels alien to you, I think, because I do think you have been processing something. That will be unique to you. The processing, I think, has felt like you've been in a tunnel in some way, shape or form, going through some process of transformation with the dragonfly, navigating something. Now this could for some of you be some sort of external circumstances that left you having to attend to them. For some of you, it could actually also be some form of either anxiety or depression that's actually coming through for me. But there's a real silver lining here. This is a card that speaks about a silver lining. It speaks about something of major benefit. And we've got Wild Red Rider, blessing bestowed. So your first message from Spirit is really to say to you, whatever you've been processing, it really is, it's kind of being wrapped up now. You know, it really is. And there's an opportunity to come out of that tunnel, something that required your full focus and took away your, I don't know, I think it took up so much bandwidth, that the processing of it took up so much bandwidth that there wasn't room for you to be fully focused on anything else. You might have wanted to be, and you may have kept going, but it probably felt a bit like you were, to some extent, experiencing some form of limitation or restriction, or a lack of energy, or a lack of focus. This is coming to an end. Dragonfly is about transformation, so you're ready to fly. You're ready to transform, and it's going to. You can now gain traction. Like that locomotion, I'm almost hearing a steam train going on in the background. Wild Red Rider, blessing bestowed. So this opening is a real blessing for you. So the very first message from Spirit is to let you know that whatever you have been processing, it really, really is genuinely reaching its end point. There's been a similar theme coming up in a few readings. So if this is relevant to you and you've come across this in a few other readings, I think, you know, this has probably gone on for a little while. I think sometimes with this sort of energy, almost like as fast as you try and move it forwards, in comes something else that makes it feel like there's a restriction again. But I'm seeing basically restrictions being lifted. that, if I was going to put a title for reading one, it would be Restrictions Are Now Lifted. You're good to go. Let's draw your tarot cards. What are we being shown with your tarot cards? May we see? In fact, let's ask very specifically. Let's ask for details for you, pile one, about the coming week. Your message is clear. It's time to move forwards. You can actually, it's like the red light has turned to green. You can come out of that tunnel. Restrictions are over. It's like coming out of a speed limit where you've really had to do a go slow. Again, not enough bandwidth keeps coming through for you to have been able to truly move forwards, or almost as if there were, like, I don't know, I'm going back to my locomotion, but if you're in a steam train but there were works taking place on the railway and you've had to go really ultra slow, and rightly so, because there are people working on the railway, so you had to do a go slow. But I feel like this is now picking up energy, traction, locomotion, moving forwards. What's happening in the week ahead for you? How is this emerging? I thought there was another. What is emerging for you, pile one, in this week ahead? Now the go slow is over. So we have the 5 of Wands. Okay. We have the 7 of Wands. How interesting. Let me move these along a little bit so we've got room for these 2 cards to sit here. I feel like you escape from something. It's really interesting. It may just be the energy. But the 5 of Wands here, you know, this can be quite competitive. Maybe you've been tangled up, I venture to say, in somebody else's envy, or some element of competition, or just sort of kind of competitive stuff, you know, like people, rather than people cooperating, you know, when people, rather than people stepping up, they step down. I had a really interesting conversation yesterday, actually, with somebody. It was in a very long meeting, and we were discussing the language that we were using was like an internal terrorist. And we were discussing, it was a business person, and we were discussing the internal circumstances of business operations, and actually if there's somebody within an organization who kind of puts a spanner in the works and slows everybody down, and, you know, just that internal sort of sabotaging that's going on. And I feel like it's got this flavor, literally a flavor of sabotage, or, you know, people stepping down, giving as little as possible rather than as much as possible. And I think it's something of that nature's got in the way. I'm seeing you escape from this. It's literally like you're now about to move forwards in leaps and bounds. The energy is seriously picking up for you. So whatever you were caught in, I mean, you may literally have liberated yourself from that. Whatever it is, it's something has come to an end. It's reaching its completion. It is that coming out of the tunnel. Yeah, I'm seeing you move forwards now in leaps and bounds, as if other people have held you back. And it could be that their contribution wasn't as good, or they didn't step up, or they did things that caused there to be more work for you to have to pick up rather than focusing on what you wanted to do. We have the card of the Moon. Lovely. We have the 9 of Swords. And then we have the Knight of Wands. Energy rising. We've got the 2 of Swords, and we've got the card of Temperance. Where should we put these? Let's just put these over here for a moment and look at these cards first. Okay. Right. You've done a bit of soul searching, haven't you, my beautiful pile one? You've done a serious bit of soul searching with the Moon here. I think you've really assessed and evaluated something. And it took a bit of doing, because I think you've also faced some fears. Big thumbs up. I think you've actually literally faced some fears. And because you're stepping up, going back to this stepping up rather than stepping down. Moving forwards in leaps and bounds. I think your fears are no longer getting the better of you. This little figure is just standing there. It's like, you know, whatever. Now, I know the Nine of Swords can be a bit of a dark night of the soul, and the moon can take us into a deep dive. But I actually think, do you know what I actually think? You've seen something for what it is, and I feel like you're no longer bound by it. You're making some really clear choices here. I think you're choosing to see, I say choosing to see the silver lining. I think there is a silver lining. What I'm seeing in the energy of this week is you genuinely sort of like, it's like life returning to you, zest returning to you. Moving forwards in leaps and bounds. I actually think, my beautiful souls, that something... let's go back to competitiveness, envy, or people who have caused a problem, sabotaged or attempted to sabotage, something of that nature that caused something to be, basically something was made hard work when it didn't need to be, and it ended up making your progress difficult. Okay, this is what I'm really seeing. It put you in that tunnel. Now you're gaining traction, you're moving through this, that's absolutely for sure. I think you've seen something for what it is, in as much as you're not held back by it anymore in some way, shape or form. You're kind of like, okay, well, whatever, if that's the way you see it, I'm doing it my way kind of thing. That's what I'm seeing here. But interestingly enough, I think something is coming to you that almost, I kind of want to say it's got that flavour of, it's not I'll show you, because that's not exactly right, but a kind of a like, there's a sort of a little bit of triumph here, if I'm honest. And I don't mean in a unkind sort of way, but almost there's a saying that's coming in my mind. I tell you what, sayings are coming into my readings and songs. The saying is, you can't keep a good man down. And I think, and I voice that non-gender specific, however you identify, you can't keep a good person down. And I feel like something that has restricted you, put you in a tunnel, you kept going. Look at this. This looks like the light at the end of the tunnel. I think you've kept going. You've kept sight of what you wanted to get to. And something takes off. You're moving with leaps and bounds. You're gaining traction. And this is where this card is coming in with the Nine of Swords. I'm just seeing this person standing there going, well, whatever. It's like whatever it was that tried to, or whoever it was, just an energy, even if astrologically there was some kind of like pretty sticky energy going on around you it was really slowing you down. It's kind of like, really? Whatever. It's like it's not slowing you down anymore. I'm seeing you gain traction, and in real terms, if somebody or something tried to slow you down, a doorway opens for you. Something can now start to move ahead again. So whatever is going on in your world, and it could be a project, a relationship, but it's moving you towards a space of new beginnings. Your first message from Spirit was very clear. It was saying, actually, this is now over. This is opening up. You're going to gain traction. What I'm seeing is this week you really are. But it's got this quite delicious kind of flavour about it, really. Because something is moving on, it has got a sort of a told you so element about it. And I'm not suggesting you're going to I don't know, get up and wave it in someone's face. But it's got that flavour of, and again, it doesn't feel like you're being self-righteous, but more a sort of a, do you know what? You can't keep somebody down. You can't keep a good man, you can't keep a good person down. You being the good person. Whatever you've persevered with, it's about, I'm seeing you celebrate. It's about to, something of it is about to take off. It's about to emerge. It's moving from leaps and bounds. Even the Temperance card has got these two glasses, almost like it's champagne being poured from this lovely tree trunk. And this tree trunk is strong. It's you've managed to maintain your roots, your vision, and bend in the wind, and maintain your direction despite something that I think was levied at you in some way, or put to deliberately block you. Or I say deliberately, but I do think for quite a few of you it was deliberate. Like a person or a group of people, you know, just those really sabotaging something. And yes, there could be some big stuff going on astrologically that would evoke that kind of energetic. But it really is like, it's like, really, this is no longer working. Just look at what I've achieved. This isn't working. Look at me, you know. And I feel rather pleased for you. It feels rather delicious and rather exciting. So whereas I think you couldn't before quite see, I think you were beginning to wonder if you were ever going to come out of this tunnel. But this is a turning point. I think you were beginning to wonder whether you would ever come out of the tunnel. But something's coming in here. I'm going to draw clarifying cards for you. I'd like to know what this is. Is it just literally a shift in the energy? Or is it literally something that causes you to celebrate, that gives you a sense of water off a duck's back? It just doesn't bother you anymore because you're doing fine anyway. There's something that's creating this opening, I feel. I'm going to draw some additional cards for you. Spirit, may we have clarifying cards, please? What is this shift, this opening? I just feel something is coming in. Ooh. Okay, so we have these cards. That's quite a lot of them. I'm going to put them back in because I'm also seeing these two. 3, in fact. We'll take these. Okay, we have 2 of Swords. You've got 2 of Swords twice. Okay. Then we've got the Queen of Pentacles. And we also have the Page of Pentacles too. Okay. Let me bring these cards in. Oop. All moving everywhere. But I feel that's what's going to happen. I think things are starting to move for you. Yeah. Do you know, I think something that you didn't see coming. I was wondering about this 2 of Swords, and I was thinking, well, it must be indicating that, you know, whereas you felt you couldn't see a way forward, you know, that's shifting. Well, that's definitely true. Something's nearing completion. There's an opening here. There's an opportunity to move something forwards. It's an ending and a beginning. There's a silver lining, but there's a celebration coming. You're moving in leaps and bounds. 2 of Swords. I think there's something that you possibly didn't see coming. And it's substantial. I mean, it's like you're crowning glory. There's some sort of glitter ball, right? What I'm seeing here, this ball on this person's head, reminds me of Strictly Come Dancing in the UK here, and the glitter ball. It's the golden glitter ball. It's like an award. You may actually be receiving an award or a validation or a what's the word? An acclamation, a validation, an acclamation, a something. Yeah, I think there's some kind of reward coming in for you, a validation, or you win something, or it's something that turns the light from red to green and gives you the go-ahead. It's like somebody's got your backing, or you've got a validation and you think, wow, this is amazing. I've got the backing here, this is super good. I can now move forwards with something. Yeah, something's coming in, and I don't actually think you see it coming. How delicious. And it's going to help you to fly. We've got this kite here. With this Page of Pentacles, he's watering this garden here. And he's got like a chef's coat on. I think there is a validation, acclamation, recognition of something you've done. Now, it may be that you get recognition and validation of something that you did, that you persevered against odds, that somehow actually the competitiveness, the envy, or something along those lines that was giving you a bit of hard work is seen for what it is, or your efforts are seen. But I think it's something I think something you have been either working, I think you've been working at this already, because we're seeing the watering of this garden. And that shield there at his feet, it looks like a sand dollar, which is an indication of freedom, success, freedom, independence, validation, recognition. And you're going to get crowned in some way, shape or form with the Queen of Pentacles. And this looks to me like the head of a peacock. I think that is right. Pretty certain that is a peacock. Peacocks are very visible, they're beautiful, they make a show. Your reading is fascinating, pile one. So your first message, let me sum it up, summarize it for you. Your first message is that this tunnel, this being enclosed, feeling a bit stifled possibly by competitiveness, envy, and just stuff going on, hard work, whatever it was, even if it's astrological energy. But I do think for some of you it's actually directly been people just not stepping up, or directly stepping up in a way that would step things down, you know, just hard work. I think you get a recognition or a gift or an award or something that is a really massive validation, and it creates an opening for you. Or indeed it bigs you up enough for you to really realise that this really is water off a duck's back. You don't have to be bothered by this. But I actually do think it's something that comes in that gives you traction. It is literally like if you were on that locomotive and it's trudging along very slowly, or even come to a standstill. Suddenly the workforce around you has dissipated, the people working on the tracks or the road works or the track works, and the engine can now pick up steam, gather momentum, gain traction. Pile one, something is coming in this week that will create a shift for you, and I am thrilled for you. If you don't yet know what it is, then how exciting, look out for it. It's a blessing. It's going to empower you, it's going to rocket you, it's going to give you the energy to rise. Look at all this energy. Fabulous. Something you are doing is going to move in leaps and bounds. But there is this secondary sort of little bit of glee about it, because actually people who may have been putting you down, it's kind of, there is a little bit of an I'll show you kind of thing, but not in a blatant way, but more just, it is, if somebody had been put down and then suddenly they rise to success, fame and glory, and you kind of think, well, seriously, well deserved. I'll tell you who that reminds me of. I remember watching, I think it was the Graham Norton show, and Sophie Ellis is it Baxter? Yes, Sophie Ellis Baxter. I hope I'm getting her name right. I just think of her as Sophie. I think of her as Dame Sophie after listening to an interview with her on the radio. But anyway, she's a super amazing person. She was relentlessly bullied at school, and Graham Norton just went round and went, oh, bully for you kind of thing, in terms of those bullies. Actually, look at where you are now, Sophie. And it's got that sort of flavour about it. I feel there is some success coming your way. And it kind of puts people who have sabotaged you kind of in their place a little bit, if I'm truly honest, pile one. And, you know, I'm not suggesting from a spiritual place that we should go out and, you know, shove something in someone's face. But I sort of feel the very nature of the award, the recognition, the motoring forwards that is now going to happen, the gaining traction, the locomotion, that movement forwards. And you can't, once a steam train gets going, you can't stop it quickly. This is going. And that is reward in itself. Pile one, way to go and congratulations. And I'm thrilled that this is now transforming with this beautiful dragonfly energy and Berkana, the rune of growth. This is going to grow, and I'm loving that this comes in, whatever it is. Keep us posted in the week, beautiful souls. Some of you may already know what this is, but I'm not sure. I think it may be coming. So, loving your message, loving that this is ending, you're coming out the tunnel, loving that this is being set forth by something that really, yeah, it's fab. There's nothing else to say. It is just fab. Pile one, thank you for being here. Thank you all. I know some of you follow my readings week in, week out. Thank you so much for being here. It's a real honour to read for you. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Thank you all who give back through the super thanks. And thank you all who are on Patreon. You know, that really does support all the work that I do, putting free stuff into the world and my free library. And my all zodiac sign, big, deep readings are on Patreon now. My little all zodiac sign readings, although they turned out not to be very little, they actually turned out to be pretty big. They are on a long video here on YouTube with my moon month update. They turned out to be in-depth readings, so do check them out if you'd like to look at the the energy and the influence for the coming moon month, beautiful souls. They're all here on YouTube. Tons and tons of love, pile one. I am loving this, just totally loving it. Keep us posted. Hey, pile two, welcome to your reading. We're going to ask for a message from Spirit and also draw cards to see what might be happening for you in the coming week. This card of retreat, sky above, mountain below. What's just channeling through with this heart and this arrow is fire your arrow straight and true. Kano, the rune of openings, be very clear about where you want to go. Be very clear about your direction. And then I sort of feel there's a need to allow something to arrive or unfold or almost maybe come to you. The rune of nourishment, possessions. This speaks of ambitions satisfied. So I sort of feel like aiming your arrow true, it's going to get to the target you want it to get to, almost as if it's being navigated, guided. I think something's going to come to you, actually, if you hold your focus, if you keep your desired goal in mind. And I don't know if this is a time for you to need to push forwards. In fact, strategically stepping away and attending to the detail. A strategic retreat where you are mindful, busy, occupied, doing what you need to do, and yet sort of know. I almost feel like this arrow feels a bit like a boomerang. There's something you want. This is a love heart. There's something you want, pile two. Aim your arrow true. Fire it into the universe. And then step away and let it unfold. I feel like it's like a boomerang and it's going to come all the way back to you. Somehow what you want will come to you. Now, I can't quantify that yet. We need to draw more cards, but that is actually what seems to be coming through. This is the message I'm really hearing. Something you want is going to come to you. Nourishment, possessions, ambition satisfied is what's really coming through here. Something you really want. coming true, coming back to you, coming full circle. What you put into the world comes back to you. If you gift something really good, it's going to come back to you in some way, shape or form, energetically. Something you love coming to you. Let's draw cards. There's a very strong energy coming through in this reading, pile 2, and it feels sort of quite tingly and exciting, if I'm truly honest. May we have more information for this message, and we will draw cards for the heads up for the week ahead too, but let's just ask what this message is about. What is this message about for my beautiful pile 2s, please? May we have information. I'm actually seeing, do you know, I'm not sure. I wonder if there's almost something around, there's a hesitancy around you. I think there's going to be 2 of these cards for you. Yeah, I think there is also something that you're hesitant about. You really want it, you're hesitant, but your reading is suggesting that you do something towards it. Fire that arrow, sow that seed. That message is coming through really clearly. And then wait, then step away and wait for it to sort of be delivered to you in some way, shape or form. We have this card for you. There we see if there is another. Yes, that one. Okay, what do we have here? We have destiny, oh wow, and perception. Well, my goodness me, this is a card, the story of this card is fascinating because actually this card was about true love. And I'm not saying this is a relationship reading, though it could be for some of you, but the story of this is that 2 people were in a past life unable to come together. They wanted to be together, but circumstances were such that the opportunity to have a fulfilling lifelong relationship was denied to them because of just the circumstances of the time. And they have come back in this present time, and they were told that by some sort of higher power that this would not happen and that they couldn't be together. So they went to a higher power. They put their request into the universe. They sowed that seed, and they went to a higher power and said, I would really like this. This is what we want. And they were granted their wish. They were granted their wish by a higher power. Sow that seed, fire that arrow. There's something you want. You do have to open a door. You do have to sow a seed. You do have to take a step. You've got to initiate something. This card of perception, again, there's a lovely story here where this person sees a beautiful, beautiful gate into what she thinks is going to be a secret garden, and she opens the gate and it leads into a dark passage, and she's really quite scared because it's dark and it's a bit creepy and it's a bit unknown, but she perseveres and another door shows up in front of her and she opens the door and it takes her into this beautiful garden. But the interesting thing is it's the garden that she'd left behind, except that it's now in full bloom, coming full circle, like a boomerang coming back to you. For some of you, if this is a relationship reading, it could be someone coming back into your life from previously, where there was unfinished business, or you wanted to make it happen or you couldn't. Could even be someone from a past life coming back to you. But for others, whatever it is that you're desiring, if you fire that arrow, you have to step through the door. You have to initiate something, okay? You've got to open the door, initiate something, make it possible, and then sort of follow through with it, but in a not trying to make it happen, in a just follow your way through. Be responsive rather than trying to be really, really active in making something happen. You have tender trust. What a beautiful card to draw. And look at this, looking ahead. Trust. Beautiful souls, there's something you really want. Trust that it's going to come to you. Your first message is that it is going to come to you. I'm loving your reading. This is something you really want. Fire the arrow straight and true. You have to open a door or sow a seed or initiate something. You have to fire that arrow metaphorically. But my goodness me, This is going to happen. Look at this hummingbird. Hummingbird is a card of joy. Wowza. This is a card of joy. I feel this is just your energy is stunning. Okay, so we have Perth, the rune of initiation, and we have Manas, the rune of the self. How interesting. Now, Perth is this process of initiation. It's like a rite of passage. You've got to sow the seed. If you don't sow the seed, it can't grow. Pile one, pile one, my apologies, pile two. Pile two, there is something you need to do. You do need to sow a seed. You need to take an action or an active something and then step back from it. Because nourishment, you can't force a seed to grow any quicker than it will grow, but you can provide it with the best possible conditions. You've certainly got to sow it to start with. Sow a seed. There's something you need to sow. You need to reach out to do something, open a door, make a contact with somebody, send an email, send a request into the universe, send it to a higher power, put your prayer there. I'm very mindful these are timeless readings, but at the time that I am doing these readings, there is a new moon in just a couple of days. Today is Sunday. In fact, no, of course, the new moon, in fact, I think is Monday. Yes, it's tomorrow. Yes, beautiful souls, the new moon is tomorrow. Set your new moon wishes. Be clear about what you desire. My goodness me, Super Souls, there's a video that I have made about the entire moon month, and it's got all zodiac sign readings through them, and they were really very detailed this month. And then there are extended readings on Patreon. But readings aside, tune in with that moon month video. Look at the timings for the new moon, because the best time to make a new moon wish or wishes is from the exact moment of the new moon, because the sun and the moon basically come together. So it's a point of fertility. It's the masculine and the feminine coming together, and that is the point of greatest fertility. If you set a wish an hour before, they haven't yet come together. Okay, it's like trying to conceive in foreplay. It won't work. You have to do it when you get together. You know, it's got that different energy about it. So they've got to come together. Check out the timings, and for the 8 hours after the timing of that new moon, that's the 8-hour period when the energy is primed to take your wishes and your intentions into the universe and bring them back to you like a boomerang. How fascinating this is coming through for you now. For some reason, you have possibly been either reticent, but don't be. Tender trust, beautiful souls. I love the energy of your reading, is just stunning. Let's draw cards for you, pile two. May we look at the week ahead. May we look at the week ahead. That's obviously going to include the day of the new moon, if you're watching them at the time, this reading at the time that I have posted it. But otherwise, it's timeless. And you're still in a zone where, I mean, the message is really clear. Sow that seed, make that move. Ace of Wands. Wow. This is empowerment. Wowza. Wow, wow, and more wow. Wow, wow, and more wow. 8 of Wands. This is a card of action. You've got to take an action. You've got to initiate something. I think these are your cards. Yes. Oh, look at this. My goodness me. Temperance, Knight of Wands, King of Wands. Okay, so let me move these along so that we have room. I'm going to move my beautiful angel just up here a little bit. Let's move these over. So we have room for your cards. I can't believe the energy here. It is primed for you. This is primed for you to literally have something you desire, or for something you desire to come to you. We've literally got the Ace, which is, you know, set those wishes, set those intentions. The energy is primed for a new beginning. Eight of Wands, you do need to take an action. And then with Temperance, just sit back and be balanced about it. Be chilled, be relaxed, you know, carry on with your everyday world. Holding the energy of your desires. I think this for me, this card always looks like we're about to crack some champagne. I love it. It's like a Two of Cups showing up here. If this is love, whatever it is, this is something you're going to love. This is something you want. And look how fast it moves forwards. The Knight of Wands is a really, really fast energy. And it moves to the King. Really, really fast. This is coming back to you fast, and you will love it. The hummingbird is about joy. Pile 2, in pile 1 I drew some additional cards, but I don't think we need them. Your reading is clear as the day. Clear as the day. There is something you really, really, really want. Right, sow the seed. Take an action to initiate it. Make a move. Reach out. Make a request. Put that prayer into the universe. Make that wish. Open a door. Do something here. Take that action. And then step back. You've sown the seed. Step back. It's going to come to you. You know, I think it's interesting, really. The rune of the self, the rune of joy. Hummingbirds are about joy. The rune of joy looks like a P. And if you took the rune of joy, and hummingbirds are all about joy, if you took the rune of joy and you split it down the middle and opened it up, you get Manaz, the rune of the self. This is coming back to you. It's coming back to you. All you have to do is initiate this thing that you want, fire the arrow straight and true, trust. I think something of this is coming back to you. I mean, this week, we're asking about this week now. I think it's happening really fast. You'll get something back really quickly. Like your seed will sprout and you'll be like, wow, that quickly, how did that happen? So do it. Send that arrow. Whatever it is, there's something you want, you know you're going to love it. It will bring you so much joy. You will be cracking the champagne. But seriously, do it. Initiate it. Make it happen. Then sit back and trust. Reach out. Then sit back and trust. Wow. I am truly, truly, pile 2, blown away by the energy of your reading. Make that request. Even if it doesn't feel like, or somebody has said you can't have it, make it. Destiny. It feels like a fated event that is absolutely, the timing is impeccable, impeccable for you to sow that seed, create that opening, reach out, open the door, fire the arrow, sow the seed. I'm repeating myself. I'm going to stop repeating myself. Pile 2. I am blown away by your reading. This is absolutely gorgeous. Heavenly souls, keep us posted. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Thank you all of you who give back through the super thanks, doing all my thank yous, all my gratitudes. But truly, I mean, what a lovely energy to sit in. Thank you for absolutely everything. Thank you for being here. Thank you for those of you who are on Patreon, helping me put free stuff into the world. My all zodiac sign readings are over there, the extendeds. Do check out that moon month video, because it's got readings for all zodiac signs within it. Just have the best week ever. Sow the seed, sit back, trust. Do not allow yourself to have an ounce of wobble, because this is coming right back at you in the most amazing way. I'm loving your reading beyond belief. Beyond belief, pile 2. Keep us posted. Tons of love, super souls. This is magic. Absolutely magic. Hey, pile 3, welcome to your reading. You have 3 runes. You have fertility, you have birth, initiation, and also constraint. This is interesting because this advises patience sometimes. You have the card of mutual attraction. I mean, wow, this is chemistry. This is something coming together with the potential for great, great success, whatever this is. And the lizards are about entering the dream time. I feel this is a reading of great possibility. That's what I feel. It's almost like foretelling great possibility. But, and this is not a negative but, it's a positive but, it's somehow something needs to unfold. There's an unfolding, a passage to go through. Let's get more cards before I say any more. May we have information. What is pile 3's initial message? Is this all about possibility? Is that what we are being shown here? May we please have information for my beautiful pile 3 spirit. May we ask, I am seeing this one actually. May we please ask for information for pile 3, a message right now for pile 3. Oh wow, I think you have 3 runes. Do you know, this is fascinating. These we had 1, 2, 3 runes right at the start when we were drawing the cards and the runes and the charms. And the same thing has happened with the with these cards as well, with the rune cards. We had 1 rune, 2 rune cards for pile 2, and 3 have come out for you. I find that really remarkable. I really do. Let's draw some chakra cards for you as well. May we have information, please, Spirit. A message for pile. We're going to do the same. We're going to have 3 cards for you here. Goodness me, how fascinating that this is happening in this way. Cobra. Ooh, look at this rising. A rising energy. Wow. Then you have Grandmother Dragonfly holds the wisdom. Ah, okay, let's put this here. Well, maybe we'll put this here actually. I'm trying to work out where best to place your cards. Yeah, let's look and see. We have then wisdom. Wisdom, look at this. Soulmate. Oh, lovely. And renewal. Okay. Okay, then we have Jira, the rune of harvest. We have Algis, the rune of protection, and this is the Venus star being shown here. And Gibo, the rune of partnership. Wow, okay. Right. Now, whether this is an intimate partnership or a business partnership, the energy of partnership is around you, and it is, the chemistry is absolutely, seriously, wow. Absolutely dynamite. However, you're being asked to, it's not so much to pause. Cobras pause. They know when to strike. This, and the same, Grandmother Dragonfly holds the wisdom. This is about knowing when to take action, when to push forwards and when to ease off. There is collaboration, there is partnership, there is something of an absolute dynamite possibility and potential here. There is no question of it. It's phenomenal, whether this is a working alliance, whether it's personal, intimate, whatever it is. This can really seriously bring success. It can bring harvest. I feel it's written in the stars. There's a coming together here that is, but it's, you know, it's more than just chemistry. That's the point. This is so much more than just chemistry. This is a real significant connection that can bring about, well, massive renewal, transformation. If you are looking at some kind of business connection, then this is a mind-blowingly successful potential connection where you are going to be unbelievably successful and really benefit many, many others. I mean, this is seriously entering the dream time. This is seriously a space of possibility. But you're being asked to cross the T's, dot the I's, not to rush into it. It needs to be cultivated, allowed to unfold. It's like there's a period of discovery to go through. If this is a personal relationship, the same principle applies. This is a personal relationship, and either party has been hurt in the past. This will be the relationship that repairs and renews. It brings back the... I mean, this is a coming together, a meeting of far more than just... This is far more than a sort of a lust, a passionate, chemical lust relationship. This is a chemical wisdom connection, soulmate, a deep connection, a knowledge connection, a meeting of minds, a meeting of hearts, a meeting of souls. This is a serious enter the dream time kind of relationship, but some things need to be attended to along the way first. Now, this is a weekly reading. What I normally do when we get your initial message is to then look at the week ahead. And I will perhaps do that in a moment. But in all honesty, I actually want to draw some clarifying cards for you, pile 3. I'd like to know what needs to be completed first. Why is there this period of initiation? Is it because the depth of your connection needs to be really valued, discovered, explored, honoured, protected? What is this about? What's the pause about, as it were, the patience? I mean, it may just be because it's real and significant, that it is deserving. It is worthy of being protected, nurtured, looked after. But let's draw more cards. I'm going to draw primarily from this pack. May we have some clarifying cards, Spirit, about what the weight is about and what the relevance of this is. This card has come out, you know, in every reading. How fascinating, with these two sort of champagne glasses. I always feel this is, even though it's a temperance card, it always makes me think of the Two of Cups. Okay. You need to establish some roots. That's what I'm seeing with this card. You need to establish roots, parameters, boundaries. It's like testing the waters. I don't mean testing because I think it's really powerful, this attraction. This meeting is really powerful. But it's almost because it is so powerful, and because it sort of feels purposeful. Even if this is the love of your life, you're going to be a role model as to how a relationship can be. You need to establish some roots, because this has real long-term potential, whatever this is. And any long-term potential needs to be sort of balanced. Balance, of course, that is what we're being shown here. Yes, of course. Right, I'm really hearing the message now, and this is showing me this is what I was asking for. Why the delay, as it were, or why patient? Because I think the passion is so strong. The connection, the chemistry, the attraction is so strong that you could just go for it, both parties. But if you do, it'll be out of balance, because a true, equal, respectful relationship isn't about just, it isn't just, if you think of the masculine as being forward motion and the feminine as being receptive, with the moon, that receptivity, this is saying, let's honour both. Let's honour the true nature of, it's almost like there's a purity in this relationship, this connection. We have this dove of peace. There is a purity here. There's significance to this. Business, partnership, friendship, intimacy, whatever this is for you, this is probably one of the most promising relationship readings I've seen I say that, I've seen, I mean, you know, they come through and they're amazing when they come through. But this is, it is the chemistry here. What your reading is saying, and your first message is, aside from acknowledging the chemistry, is actually sort of saying to you, look, this is absolutely real. Don't rush it. Treasure it, love it, take your time, explore, discover. Because this is worthy of both the acceleration of passion, also the receptivity of true presence and engagement, and both need to be present. Even the renewal, can you see that she is balanced? She has both hands out. I think this is a stunning reading for you, my lovely pile threes. I am just thrilled, really thrilled for you. Pile two, if you were drawn to pile two, because it had a very, very amazing energy about it as well. Well, they all have this week. Very interesting, but very different in different ways. Okay, 8 of Wands. So this is a card of action. Yes, and look at this. We've just got exactly what we've just said. You need to be both receptive, still, rooted, grounded, whilst also taking action. Both are needed here. Yes, this is so clear. Your reading is so clear. But this is all about relationship, 100%, to have, you know, the mutual attraction here. But this relationship brings connection, it brings wisdom, it brings depth. It's whatever you're going to be, it's going to make a difference in the world in the most amazing way. Let's ask about your week ahead. Let's ask about your week ahead. That Venus star feels like divine timing, protection. This is worth nurturing. This is worth protecting. When you sow the most precious seed in the world, someone actually said to me, and I think this is really interesting, they said, you know, people think that something like gold is the most precious commodity in the world. Actually, seeds are, you know, ounce for ounce, seeds are the most precious commodity in the world. If you look at the price per weight, and certain seeds are rare and they are worth an absolute fortune. You might pay a vast amount of money for one seed. I sort of feel like this is one of those seeds. Obviously there's, and there is no price tag to it. So that seed is worth sowing and then nurturing with every ounce of receptivity and responsiveness that you have, because it's really rare. It's a rare seed, okay? So business partnership or otherwise, or personal, whatever it is. And with renewal, if it's someone coming back into your life, maybe that you, something didn't work before and they've come back in, well, this just feels like it's a rare seed. If I was putting a title to this reading, that's what I'd be calling it, a rare seed worthy of the greatest possibility, or holding the greatest possibility. Let's ask for you, pile 3. How might your week unfold? Okay, far too many cards flying out. Let's put those back and come back in. I think that's just your energy. It's the excitement and the passion. May we please, Spirit, ask for information about how this week may unfold for my beautiful pile 3s. May I please ask for information about this week. I'm seeing these two and this one. I'm going to take the one on the base of the pack as well. And I think that too. And I'm taking this one as well. Yes, just as I was putting it down, the pack down, it really slid out. How interesting. This is a card of victory. Look at the cup. It's the cup. You've won. You've won the prize. How beautiful. That's the end goal. You will get the prize. You will be the winner. What else do we have here? Okay, so we've got 9 of Wands. How interesting. So this is your first card, Nine of Wands. I think I'm going to run these along the bottom here because we've got quite a few. So we have Nine of Wands. Oh, look at this. This is so clear. Nine of Wands, Seven of Pentacles. So this is your week ahead. Three of Wands, Two of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. So much creative energy, so much passion. I mean, so many wands. Okay, so much passion, so much desire here. This is just phenomenal. The Nine of Wands is suggesting that there are some sort of things you have to step over to get to where you need to be. You know exactly what you want. You have set your sights on it. But completion of beginnings, there may be some things that you literally need to do to get to there. But I am seeing you proceed with balloons in your hand. There are pens here. Write your new moon wishes down. Set your wishes and intentions. Write a letter, maybe. Write about your feelings. What you want is in sight. Okay, this business partnership, this intimate partnership, it's in sight. It's in your sights. And you are unbelievably happy about it. But you kind of know you're not there yet, but just take your time. This is not something to be rushed. Everything in your reading is saying this is not something to be rushed. If you have that priceless seed that is worth 1 billion times more than gold, then it is really worth taking your time and sowing it gently. We see, I think this is lovely, that we've actually got this picture of a greenhouse, sowing the seeds here. So I do think you can initiate something here. Keep your eyes on, do you know, if you were drawn to pile 2, there's some real similarities here. Keep your eyes on your targeted intention. Keep your eyes on the horizon. I feel that you edge towards your goal this week. You edge towards this connection. The chemistry is there, you know it. I think you get to maybe even exchange some letters or some information. If it's a business partnership, we've got pens here. Maybe you start to explore together the nature of a contract or how you might work together. If it's an intimate partnership, you might start messaging each other, texting each other, letting that unfold. And I think very quickly you'll see which way this is going. Well, I mean, it's going. I almost feel it doesn't matter which way. It's like, this is like all roads lead to Rome. And look at the globe here. The world is your oyster. I think the seed will sprout quickly. You'll know when to pounce, but don't pounce too quickly. This is all about treasuring the now. The Queen of Wands. Letting your passion be in balance with receptivity and responsiveness and nurture. Allowing it to unfold. It's like a courtship here. This is what I'm seeing. It's like a courtship this week, unfolding. Sending messages, texting, writing love letters, or if it's business, writing contracts, saying, could I do this? Or how about I do that? Or we could do this, setting plans, starting to make plans. We've got a lighthouse. What do lighthouses do? They light up to show the way. We've got signposts showing the way. I think this is a really major space of discovery, to be enjoyed, not just to be embroiled in the chemistry and the passion and wow, we've got this business idea and we could make it happen. Let's sign all the contracts. How about discussing it and really contemplating, my God, how big this could be, how successful this could be. Get into that place of planning, of looking ahead, of thinking, wow, we could do this or we could do that. Have you ever thought of visiting this place? Or you know, setting up a company in another part of the world, or there's just a whole avenue of stuff unfolding here for you. I think this chemistry is monumental. So whether you are letting it unfold and discovering one another intimately, or you are letting it unfold and discovering the extraordinary potential from a working alliance, or even a friendship, you know, or a community. I do feel it's a one-on-one relationship. The rune of partnership of Gibo tends to suggest a one-on-one relationship, a connection that's a one-on-one. But this is a meeting of so much more than just chemistry and passion. And that's why your reading is saying, let it unfold, because it's the richness of this that is going to create that longevity, putting the roots down, savouring every moment, and taking action. It's a mixture of both. Well, these readings are something else this week, I have to say, my beautiful pile 3, and yours is mind-blowing. If you were drawn to pile 2, it may have some relevance to you as well, but you know that needs to be because you were drawn there yourselves. I am amazed by the energy of your reading. It's the chemistry. It's just so rich, so alive, so full of vitality, so full of, literally, it's all about possibility, potential, and just, it's like the crown jewels, really. In some way, I feel it is that seed that is priceless. Pile 3, I am sending you the biggest hug ever. Keep us posted, won't you? Whatever this is for you, have a wonderful week of unfolding and discovery and planning and emerging and taking your time to plan how this can be, whilst enjoying and savouring every second of every moment, nurturing that absolutely priceless seed. Pile 3, thank you for being here. Thank you so much, all of you who are a part of this community, for liking, sharing, subscribing. Thank you so much as well for all of you who give back through the super thanks. And thank you everyone who's on Patreon. It's another site. My big extended readings are over there for all zodiac signs. And as I may have mentioned already, the moon month video, fabulous moon month video, tell you all about making your new moon wishes, setting your moon wishes and intentions. But there are all zodiac sign readings, they're really quite big readings this month as well, so do check those out as well. Pile 3, have an amazing week. I mean, an absolutely amazing week. This is just heavenly.